man, but me a real color. So, I'm surrounded this John to do some work for the People's National Party. And more so, a man from the soil, yard man. We have right in my yard man. We have yard man too. That's true? Dr. Russell. Alright? But there's some things that we have to do. So let me at this time, I know that Doc is outside meeting some of his well-wishers. We also have Comrade Fitz Jackson with us here from South St. Catherine, member of Parliament for South St. Catherine is also here with us. And of course we have, I don't think we have mentioned too much about Junior, one of the top down there on the place. So let me at this time, if Doc is not too busy and Comrade Fitz is not too busy, let me invite them inside so that they can have a seat, and of course if we can hold the other comers then. I know there's a lack of space, you also invite. And it looks like it's standing room only after this. Alright? But there's some things that we have to do. And of course I know that the registration would have been in order. And I don't think we have any lights, so we might have to go fast, right? Julian might have been. Put your hands together and stand for the member from South St. Catherine, Comrade Fitz Jackson. In the house, welcome to Bensonton Division, Comrade Jackson, and of course, Southeast St. Anne in particular. Alright. Alright. Here comes the man of the hour, the man of the moment. Put your hands together for Dr. Kenneth. Dr. Kenneth Russell, man of the soil. Can never be friends, oh no, oh no. Here I come with love and hatred. Show me goodness and mercy shall follow all the days of my life. If you don't want no history without you, man. Alright, Selector, thank you very much. Just so we have to see how much we can expedite the process, as we know that the light that is not with us, then later on we might can go like a dancing, you know? Alright, so at this time, officially, we need to invite the presence of the Lord. So let me at this time invite Comrade Maxwell John to lead us in prayer. Comrade John.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, comrade. Are we feeling good in the house? Great, thank the Lord. We are here at business for our division and our party. But in every aspect, we have to put God in front. Amen? So we're gonna ask God present amongst us and let the Holy Spirit come and tabernacle with us as we move on. We place you up the highest place for you are the great high priest. We place you as we bow to you. Hallelujah. Worship at your feet. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Loving God and our Father, we thank you, we praise you, we adore you. We worship you as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and there is no other one beside you. Father, we give you thanks for life, the gift of life, but most of all, oh God, we give you thanks for your Son, Jesus Christ. And as we come to this afternoon in this fashion, Lord, you know the reason why we are here. We ask that your Holy Spirit will come and tabernacle with us. We ask that your Holy Spirit will come and dwell with us. As a people, you are our God. And we are your people. We have no other one to call to. We have no other one to come to. But we come bowing down before you because we are messed up. We are sinners, but we ask you to forgive us of all our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Father, as we come as a people now, dear God, we just put your man servant who have decided to put his foot forward, to put his mind, his body, and his whole being for your people. We ask that you will strengthen him, Lord. We ask you, Lord, to build a fence around him in the name of Jesus. We know that the enemy is around, but in the name of Jesus, we tie him up and we send him back to the pit of hell. In the name of Jesus, we place him before you, Lord. Father God, even as you call Samuel, even when you call Moses, as you call your people, Lord, we ask that you will give him knowledge, you will give him understanding, and you will show him and help him to know that it is all about you. So we place him before you, Lord. And in this evening function, Lord, whatever is to be said and done, in the name of Jesus. We know that the enemy is around, but in the name of Jesus, we are asking you that your blood is sufficient. In the name of Jesus, what is to be said and done, let it be done to the honor and the glory of your name. For we tell you thanks in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Thank you very much, Kenneth, John, and of course, actually set the place on fire, so to speak. Thank you very much, Kenneth, John. As we said before, Kenneth, we have to expedite the process because we know that the lighting is not here. So my understanding is that we will get greetings from 5 of our groups. We cannot accommodate everybody, and you will know why. But you know, let me say, I would have maybe done my opening remarks already. But I was given the opportunity, or invited by other aspirants. And one of the things that I have stressed on it, there are 2 other persons apart from that. That was the first man that I met. Actually, come and search me and find me and say, why there are certain things I have to express to that. Well, you can't wear your shirt back, but you know me heart because you know the government system stay. But in meetings like this, I will come and I will talk, but I can't walk on the road. But I preach the gospel for that. And when I reach my age, I kind of close to leave government, but you know, I want to lose the little thing you're supposed to get. I don't know my government in a board. So anyway, don't think government in a board. Alright? So we do a thing, but I could not resist being here this afternoon, seeing that Bensonton is one of the work here and not being too many of the homes. Right, only that the lady can look pretty up, and then in the orange. Right, so thank you for having me again, and of course the name is Everton Robinson. Everybody just call me Mr. Robin and Benson. And I am chairman of Beach Chanceville Group, and you know that Beach Chanceville in Clarendon. Alright, so that basically will come on the opening remarks, and as I said, we cannot accommodate all the group because I know that you want to hear from Comrade Fitz, and you even want to hear from Toby Manayard. And so we got numbers up? Yes, ma'am. So at this time, let me welcome the McDowell Community Chairman, Community Group Chairman, Comrade Andrea Williams. Comrade Andrea is here? Yes. McDowell, put man, make some noise for Conrad. No, we are not good for that, but we know that's him.
Good evening. Never write this in because I'm out of focus some of the time. Good evening. My name is Andrea Williams. I represent the community of McDowell and Gravelly. All right. Good evening. My name is Andrea Williams. I represent the community of McDowell and Gravelly. I would like to welcome Mr. Fitz Jackson, Dr. Kenneth Russell, delegates and supporters. We are here to endorse an aspirant candidate, Dr. Russell. They say he's aspirant, but we say he's next member of parliament for Southeast Center. We have tried all the candidates that our councillors have asked us to support without a fight. And in the long run, they have turned around and fought the same candidates that they have asked us to support. Now the time has come where we have a bright and brilliant young man that is born and bred here, a son of the soil, right in our backyards. And he has been chastised. I don't know why, and I really don't care. For one, I am in support of Dr. Russell. The favorite slang in Southeast Centre is that you bring a dog here, the dog will win. Well, we don't want any more dogs. We the people of Bensonton Division would like to stand with our own for a change. Dr. Russell, we are the people of Southeast. We are the people of the Bensonton Division. We are the voice, and we also have the power to make Dr. Russell our next member of parliament. We are in full support of you. Dr. Russell was born and bred here. He knows the cry and the plight of us because he also has to face those same difficulties for so long. I'm asking each and everyone here for their support in making a dream come true since Mr. Seymour Mullins. Thank you.
Angela Williams from the McDowell coming to the group. Let me know welcome the Town representative, Conrad Dawkins coming. Dawkins is here, Town. Town, make some nice Town.
Good evening, comrades. Let me hear you lively on that man. Good evening, comrades. I was saying, good evening to each and everyone. And to our comrades, Sir Fitz Jackson, and our next member of parliament. You can say that already, okay? And all the comrades, I welcome you this evening. And you know, I represent the Town group, and you have to say, Comrade in Action, 8 Mile, and I'm here to talk about the person is here for top of the pole. Yes. But, you know, all of it linked together. And he said, united we stand, and divided we fall. And I don't know who was at the last meeting. Who we said we don't want around here no more? We don't want no more fracture around here. Let me use that word. Let me tell you something. All the group members who have a vote, please, I'm asking you, any day the poll, when it's talking of foreign language, any day the poll and we say that one. We don't know what someone don't know how we get the shirt. I'm not going to say we get this and we get that. But if you show me no licky. I'm in no beggy. Me can't wait for the shirt going there so they know who we are. So put on the shirt. I'm going to ask no question. So they say we are, and so now we wear shirt still and still no vote. So group members, I'm asking you, please, hear Russell, 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 a shadow of a dog. You know somebody would have said. Mr. Brother, I just said the first water you see wash it night. When we don't remember not now, we don't know what. We see this humble little man walk up one day and say, you are Lana? We say, yes, sir. He said, I am here to represent you people. And if you come from our backyard up here, so why we are over here St. Thomas? Why we are over Hanover? We don't want no more of that. When we have anything, which part we have it? That's what we are doing. So when we have an educated dunks in a sorting center, you can represent it. You understand? So we don't want the bright people them around here. We take the dunks. And we work with the dunks. Imagine, be faithful and be true. If a Dr. Russell, a Dr. Russell. And we know stand on him. If I him, and we don't want no more beauty queen around here. No more. Because, you know what? I don't think this who want to tear me right now and say they go give them. Anybody want to tear me and say they go give them, they say Lana. Because he come and say, beauty queen say, well, Lana. This is Lana. You understand? This is Lana, so you can't take me and send me out. You understand? We don't want no more beauty queen around here. We don't want nobody to come hang after me like him. Dr. Russell is here. He know how we cry. He know how we pour this. He know everything about the back door. You understand? So let me give the man the vote. Come down here and let me have something to listen. And something said that. God bless you.
I don't know if you're arrange a campaign manager meeting. And then I am now asking myself, why Junior but I invite me to go to chairman? When you have people like Lana, you know that I was in 8 Mile this week. And last week now, working and I said, Lana, we back home as Aspirant Banyan like your kaka. I said, well, I'm babbling to me. I said, but no, but I try to remember all of them now. So I think one like me, I don't pay people just say, you'll come in the road. And so we have to do the thing. But come on, Lana, thank you. I really put it where it is. I think there's not much more to say. Let's see if we can move on. We now have the representative from Allerton United Group, that is Comrade Riley, Rima Riley, and that will be followed by the representative from Concord PNP, that is Comrade Cindy. Comrade Rima.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to acknowledge the presence. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay. I would like to embrace the presence of Comrade Fitz Jackson. I also acknowledge the presence of Comrade Kenneth Russell this afternoon, my fellow group delegates. I am Rima Riley from Allerton United Group. And we are here this afternoon in our numbers to endorse our support for Dr. Kenneth Russell. We have met another lady that goes by the name of Patricia Duncan. She had arranged a meeting with us and she took it to a different location because she knows that Allerton United as well as already or did already seal that seal of approval for Dr. Kenneth Russell. And we are here this afternoon and we have all the members of the Allerton United Group are here to endorse Dr. Kenneth Russell. Our Jamaica, our nation. Deputy Prime Minister for Jamaica. We have never had our venture from Seymour Mullins' days up until Lisa Anna, who will be in the meeting office in a little while, sits in Parliament. So we are here this afternoon and we seal the Alderton United group delegates. We seal God's approval upon his life already. And I think I was one of the first persons who gave him a prayer. And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren. Yes. And God favored Jabez. And so God favored Dr. Kenneth this afternoon. So we see God's protection upon his life. And Dr. Kenneth Russell, we know that you're going to make us strong in service. Yes. Yes. And can you imagine how proud we must have? We are going to be feeling having our next Deputy Prime Minister. I would to God that each and every one of us that are here this afternoon go very early, whether it's been an afternoon or in the morning, and we just say, Dr. Russell. Yes. Dr. Because God has already sealed his seal of approval upon your life. Yes.
Comrade Junior, we still want to light, you know. I was going to say like the candle in a boy, and to be talking that, you know, somebody else make a pull for talking, say like the candle. But we can have this here, you know, this is for you. Alright, man. So, let us have the representative from Concord PNP Group, Comrade Vilma Smith. Comrade Vilma Smith is here. Comrade Vilma Smith, some nice Comrade Vilma. But the thing is that, you know, some new name, man. How the good name? You say good name and turn me fool, you know.
And they go in our way on, they put us in our closer. They go in our way on, they put us in our closer. Comrade, bless up on the step. Me and these people different from the rest, you know. Comrade Fitzjackson, pleased to meet you, sir. My next Prime Minister, Kenneth Russell. I believe it on you. And let me tell you something. I'm talking from my heart and from what I know. This young man, Kenneth Russell, I know him from him as a little boy coming up, and he's a humble youth. As Mark just said, talking too much is not his lifestyle. So talking too much is not Kenneth lifestyle. Action we work with. And we know he's a man of action. He's not a man of talking. Or we don't talk things that in a company don't make sense. We don't talk too much, we do things. And me I don't want to do things. I mean, no say. Me never kind pet, I mean, no in our rules. I'm born a winner. And not when we go in, me can't lose. The other day they said he said he losing and true because what he never lose. I'm not when we go in, I can't lose. So people, me beg you, please and thanks. If you see anyone when in the group that don't come today, tell them. Tell them say Tete said. Them to come out. And not there, we don't know where they get, you know. But we are prepared. We are prepared. We don't fight against the rest, you know. But if they come, tell them, say, they have to step aside. Well, we are the winner. And Dr. Kenneth, what we want to here? We want Dr. Kenneth better we use the person that we know. Anything, we can run, go up a spring hill. A spring hill in there, put on my address. We don't come and Concord Square, they can't up there. Yeah, we can't up there. So people, house of fire. I'm not asking me ask. I'm not asking me. He's come here to make a change. And he's going to make a difference. Yeah? He's going to make a difference. And people let us pray for him. And continue to do our journey. And let me continue the good in our heart, making blessing our fruits.
Thank you very much, God. You know, the dance is one of the top dancehall artists that you know, when they produce now. She know the thing and she know to do the thing. When you hear so make some noise, Bensonton individual, make some noise, man. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Well, everything I already said. We know we have a winner. We know we have a winner in front of us. We know we have someone that's going to make changes. We know we have somebody that's all about action. So a winner is a winner. That's it. Everyone come out and vote. Thank you. I am a man who don't break rules, you know. I try not to break rules. You understand? So, but I feel like I don't want to break the rule a little bit. So if I give me if I take one more because I was told not to, then I'm gonna ask Comrade Junior to introduce Comrade Fitz for us. So, where's Megan? Megan from Alata. Megan White? The queer Megan can say something to the man. Alata, do one more.
It's a victory. It's a landslide victory. I can see it from near and far. It's a victory. I am here to present to you no other one but Dr. Kenneth Russell. He's a sitting member of Parliament for South East St. Anne. He's the upcoming Minister of Education. He is our next sitting member of Parliament. So don't worry, that is going to happen. I don't have anything to worry about because I can see it. It's a landslide victory. When I check on it, I said, when I see on the crowd and I see what persons are active and I love to listen and I hear everything, I said, Lord, we need to
Bensonton, Kellits, Clarendon, Megan, and boy look like that pull out all of the big artists them this afternoon. Yes man, all of the artists them can chat good, you know. And then dancer, you know, so we can talk away the two. So we have a PNP meeting, and when PNP meeting, sweet PNP have to make sure that the place is nice. So, boy, then was he break the road this now, and then Daxi said, he might break the road, is that? I don't mean to be, and I mean, I know you break it this time. The representative from Peter, from Adrian, you are there? Make some noise for Peter, make some noise for Peter.
Comrade Dr. Russell, my neighbor, Comrade Fitz Jackson, comrades all, greetings to you. I just want every comrade at the sound of my voice to stand for me. And we're going to do something in this place this evening. And I want you to shout Dr. Kenneth A. Russell 7 times into the atmosphere. After 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, now they say slow and steady, win the race. They also said, don't watch the noise in the market, watch the scene. Can I tell you something, comrades? I am a woman. I'm in love a man who had choice and chose me. Dr. Russell had a choice, but he chose St. Anne Southeastern. He could have been in Zimbabwe. He could have been in India. He could have been anywhere in the world. But he chose St. Anne Southeastern. And it is time for you to choose Comrade Dr. Kenneth A. Russell. Make sure on that day you do the right thing. Put your ex beside the man from among us, the man who understands us, the man who has a plan. Somebody called me on the phone and they asked me, do you know this person? I said, listen, I have heard the person, but I don't know the person's vision. I cannot buy into or support someone whose vision I don't know. Because guess what? You know why you run me off of the road. I don't want you to drive me or wreck no train with me. I want you to tell me where you are taking me. This man has a vision. He has a plan. How can we not choose the man with the vision? Because let me tell you something, I believe Dr. Kenneth Russell has come to St. Anne Southeastern for such a time as this. Thank you very much, comrades. God bless you. Just wave your hands as a show of support for Dr. Kenneth A. Russell, the man from Peter River, the man with a vision.
Until I see your eyes, still I have to try.
as she said, and I dare to repeat that, where there is no vision around to the people, people are going to perish, man. So that's what we need in Bensonton division. We need the money division. We need the Beacher Town division. We need the Claremont division. We need it in a Southeast. Thank you, comrades. Let us see how we can move on. Let me at this time welcome Comrade Junior, who is going to introduce to us the guest speaker, Comrade Jackson, and then Comrade Jackson will in turn introduce the man of the moment. So at this time, Comrade Junior.
Next Comrade. Bensonton division. We are sent back eventually to Comrade Jackson. Bensonton division strong. Comrade Jackson, one division is in on a Southeast Central. As the chairman of the division, you can't feel no proud. We can't feel no proud of this division. And what a way to start. Comrades, after when all these ladies said, it's like the speeches. That we do some work. And it pays off. Comrades of Bensonton, we do some work. And we show them so we are winner. We think we are small but effective. So this evening, I stand here proudly to introduce a stalwart of the PAP party, former chairman, MP of South St. Catherine, a man with a vision of Jamaica. You know, no found out like a party. You remember the man who good up on the bank them and say we can't deal with the whole heap of little much on and take out that we are coming. You see a man. We're glad we have the money in a Bensonton. But you know, the best thing about it, one night time you say, now go back and say, last God, the bank, then kill we know. But he make up his mind, you want to see them side of that? Because we are saying that from here, I know he far about it. At this time, comrades, I take the opportunity to welcome no other than Comrade MP Dr. Fitz Jackson. Comrade Chairman, I came and I sat there and I listened carefully and I watched carefully. But when I listen to all these comrades who come and talk, who don't want me to talk, man? Because the fire blazed so high in Bensonton and Southeast and only little me not going to make a difference. Comrade Chairman, Comrade MP waited, Comrade Chairman of the Bensonton Division, Comrade leaders of the various schools in the Bensonton Division, comrades all, I greet you well. Comrades, I greet you well. You know, one of the observations I make to it, except for my little brethren that come before, I mean the woman never come talk and
Yeah, man, a strong bucket it that.
and me look through the audience and me see I'm mostly woman.
Yes, strength.
But this look like my constituency. Because I'm being the woman, that's why I'm there to say, girl, no.
Yeah. Strong.
Strong. Comrades, comrades, it's my pleasure to join with you this evening. When Comrade Russell called me and invited me to spend the evening with him, the answer immediately was yes. And that was regardless of what my diary was saying.
Yes.
Because whatever was there, we have to rearrange it to be here. In fact, I should be in a police meeting in South St. Catherine Divisional Town Hall meeting. But we tell the senior, so you keep over there safe and you come lecture us over here so you have to stay. Comrades, finally, first of all, let me level with you. Anybody will know me know that he's not a platform speaker. Me not full of fire like them and woman. And by the way, we think they must sneak out 1 or 2 hours to come over south to come bring some of the fire when we see over here. Right? But I just want to just reason with you a little. I just want to reason with you. For a couple of minutes, I won't detain you now. I am more wanting to give you a little testimonial of Kenneth Russell, who was offered himself to be a next member of Parliament when the next election is over. I have known this comrade, this Jamaican, for over 23 years. And I'm going to tell you how I come to know him. As I shared earlier on in Money. 2000, I was the Minister of State in the Ministry of Local Government, Youth and Community Development. That had responsibility for the youth portfolio. Comrade Patterson as Prime Minister and Comrade Arnold Bertram was my Senior Minister at the time. When I was given the task to reorganize youth development agenda in Jamaica, we created a new structure called the National Center for Youth Development. And we set out to recruit some bright young people to lead. Because no many kind of young that time, you know, and still want some young officers, you know. So we look for some bright young people back then to be youth development specialists. Youth development specialists tasked with the responsibility of organizing programs across Jamaica that will target unattached youth, make sure our youth in the schools, high school, tertiary institutions, and elsewhere are properly focused to take their place in the Jamaica that we are seeking to build. Kenneth Russell was one of the applicants for one of those 2 jobs. He applied and he was successful. And that's how I came to meet him. Never knew him before. When I came to learn of his background, I was inspired. And I'm going to tell you why I was inspired. Here we have a young man from rural Jamaica, fortunate to go to some of the top universities in the US and in the world. And upon graduation, rather than choosing to go make a whole heap of money in companies and organizations across the world, the first thing he sought to do was to come back and work for the people of Jamaica. He chose to come back to to offer his skills and the expertise that he had developed to serve his people. And in one conversation I had with him in those early days, and I asked him the question as I would have asked any young person in that position: why you choose to come back now when you have many other options? He tell me that the people of Southeast nurtured him and gave him the opportunity to be where he is, and he feel a responsibility to come and give back. And he come to give back without no fanfare, without no excitement, but to settle in his own conscience that he pay back. I could relate to that because I am a child of a rural district, not too far from here, Lloydersville. And I tell people I am not only the child of my parents, I am the child of that community. They nurtured me to make me who I am. And that's why up until today, I consider myself beholden to them. Because if it was not for their nurturing, I could not be where I am. That's what I heard from that young man. When many other young people could have been caught up in their own personal and selfish pursuit and well-being, chose first to give back to his people. You know, whenever I know in politics and they new in the government job, so they try to walk gingerly and to expose the politics. But we find out and then try to be diplomatic then, you know. You know, I'm from Southeast St. Anne, the constituency that Mr. Mullins represents. And the more we talk, we find out that the boy are corporate. When him find out, say it is comfortable to declare and function as a comrade, everything changed from here. And he told me then that he wants to serve his people and Jamaica at the highest level in any capacity possible. Him say, comrade, him say, music call me minister that time. I'm not a minister, I'm not a call me minister. Next time people think they're right. So he used to refer to me as minister then. Him say, minister, I want to learn the politics on the ground. So I want to come over your constituency and help you. He helped to organize educational program in my constituency from then. My assistant in my office can tell you, because she's on my constituency executive too. He became an integral part of what we were doing in South St. Catherine from way back then. From as early back then, he has been actively serving the People's National Party. So like my chairman, I can't walk with no PNP hat and no PNP color and say me a comrade. Because you know you get in trouble. Yeah. You only can whisper to the so comrade. Everything is everything. And you come back out and you act straight like you is no political person. But I say that to say he never avoided doing PNP work. Not just government work and Jamaica work, but PNP work from way back then. So when I meet up and I come with a counselor from the one, I call me, come here, hold on to come with and like him just knew. He knew to know it about Kenneth. Mr. Norman, he might do PNP work probably longer than you do PNP work. And we can attest to that because he used to do it with me in a South St. Catherine. Comrades, I say that to highlight his own commitment from way back then to the People's National Party and to advance in the development of Jamaica. So when Kenneth tell me, well, he had expressed from way back then that he was interested in being politically involved, not just as an academic, but also as a practicing PhD political activist. When Comrade Lisa, my colleague and friend, indicated that she was not going to be a candidate in the next general election, he called me. He said, Comrade Jackson, if I am going to serve politically, I just don't want to go in any seat. I want to serve the people of Southeastern and where I come from. So comrades, I don't have to ask anybody. I know firsthand. Say never just buck up in this thing as a candidate. If you do a look something, you have the world stage to look something out. When looking for what he want to do is to serve the people of his communities and the constituency that nurture them and make him into somebody he want to give back to them at the highest level possible. That's what makes him into a candidate. Comrade Russell has offered himself, put himself forward to be your MP. Not because he wants a seat. Not because he wants a title MP beside him there. Because he wants to pay back to you. And he wants to elevate the development of this constituency. As I said earlier on to some comrades, you know, I kind of see myself again in this selection. I am now in my 7th term, 29 years going. I became a candidate, not because I wanted to be a candidate. And this is part of the irony. I was vice president of my constituency in '94 when you formed. And I had no interest to hold elected office. But to cut a long story short, I never offered myself initially. But the executive of the constituency, because they were displeased with who were offering themselves, they took a decision that I should offer myself. That's how I became a candidate then. I was the last one to enter the race. I may never have no money, I run up and never spend. But I became, at the first draw, the selected candidate because the delegates of the constituency knew me and knew my commitment to serve, not to hold an office. The office is a vehicle for service rather than a destination. And that's what I'm seeing. Many people say, and that's true, you know, me don't like talk and show myself. Me like to work. I like to get involved in things that give results that makes a difference. That's what I'm seeing. Him not a flamboyance about it. Him no whip up crowd.
Watch this.
foot in a guilty. Better me sit down in a me and I'm guilty. Alright, then here one mother yapping, one mother chatting, when baby and I'm gonna be hearing and clapping.
Boy, I'm glad the light come back. I saw you the pretty on here. Thank you, I take this most time, I will. For me to really show the pretty tonight. But as I was saying, comrades, the People's National Party needs comrades in its leadership, like Comrade Russell. Me have more years behind me than me when we have in front of me. And later on, people say me have 3-4 more elections left in me, but we say that. But when we go down the sub, near to the end, I want to be able to look with pride and see comrades like Comrade Russell leading in the People's National Party.
It's election time again, action time again. So we're going to crank up the engine, rev up the engine. We are going to win for Jamaica. Victory is next.
But comrades, that can't happen without you. That can't happen without you. As I said, I'm not into the excitement politics. I'm into the output politics. The one that gives results. That gives desirable results. That task is in your hands. That task is in your hands. You know, when PJ Patterson, by the way, we hear the cabinet being announced here tonight by a couple of congress. I hear who will be Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Education. All I know when they got the cabinet, because they never mention me now, only one somebody them put in the cabinet, and that is Kenneth Russell. It's all comrades, I remember, I think it was, I don't remember which year, which election cycle we were in. Because we used to win so much election, they can't even keep track of which one they had done. Because they made us enough that we win. When I ran in my selection in '94, as I mentioned, I was the last of 4. And there was one line I used in my campaign. Fitz Jackson, South St. Catherine, one of us. Because everybody else come from outside the constituency. I was the only one who come from the constituency. And I see a parallel here with Comrade Russell. Born and bred in the constituency. Well, I was referring to this past election. I remember Comrade Patterson said, if him should step down from the microphone and walk down in the crowd, nobody would immediately recognize him because he looks like everybody else in the crowd. Him come from here with the whole of Uno. The whole of Uno. Him come from. It is from you that he has risen. Persons like myself want to say more people from their communities can rise to the highest offices in the party and in the government. You all must feel proud that one of your own will become your own voice. One of your own that feels and experiences your struggles can relate to it. Like how I can relate to the people in my community who I grew up with. Not from a distant place, but whom we used to ramp with and get little trouble. Only good trouble we used to give them. I was a well-behaved little boy. If you go to Lawyers, them say, Miss Kitson is a nice boy and don't get trouble. But me think it's only the small one. You know they pick the trouble. That's who you have. One of your own that you can talk to. Because I want to share something with your comrades. When we as members of parliament sit around the table, whether in an office, in a ministry, or in the parliament around the desk, every policy and program that comes before us for consideration, it is our knowledge and feel of who it will affect and how it will affect out there that help to make us make better decisions around the table. Because when I sit around the table, it's not numbers I'm talking about. It's not files. It's lives and people's well-being. Because I see them every day. I grew up with them. I know what their experiences are. Those things you can't study in school. Those things you have to learn them from your own experiences. That's what he brings to the table. The feel and the experience of you, the residents of this division and this constituency, who we grew up with. That is an asset. I'm not saying it's the only asset that is of value, but it's one that you have available to you. And you use what you have to advance your cause. He will be a fine member of parliament. He will be.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you. Rise to the occasion, go ahead and know you're strong. No one can stop you.
Comrades, he will be a fine example of the best of Southeast. He will serve as an inspiration for your children, nephews, and family members when they can see one of their own rise to one of the highest offices. When I go to Loyalsville and some youngsters meet up on me and them say, Mr. Jackson, you don't know me, but you know my parents. So you know, true, because them a little bit tell me, bro. So I say, you know, I say, yeah man, we know he's a bail man. Never forget that. A young man. I'm a bail man. Because I'm born and grew up Loyalsville with the rest of them. And when them see me on TV or radio, I work for the people, them see themselves in me. Those are the things that keep me on the narrow way, you know, that I represent them. He will represent you wherever he sits, wherever he goes, because you nurtured him. And he has a duty and an obligation to preserve the respect and dignity of you all. Those are some of the fine and exceptional qualifications. Put aside all his outstanding academic achievements. Those human characteristics is what he will provide for you. You can't buy them then. You can't pay for them. You have to earn it by the opportunity that prevails itself to afford you. So comrades, I know you will do the right thing. I know you do the right thing. Jamaica is at a serious crossroad. Jamaica needs the People's National Party. And we must put our best forward to answer that call and fulfill our mission as a party in serving this country and see through its advancement. I'm going to take myself a seat shortly, but I couldn't win 7 terms if I was not. No, we might look like a fool because I'm handsome like Kenneth. Right? But we couldn't serve so long if we kind of fool about the politics. Right? Election is a numbers game. And as I said to my people in South St. Catherine, an election night, the returning officer don't count how much friends fits up.
Yes.
And count how much votes in the ballot fits. So going into the election and make sure that we secure them. So if you have a good friend and a good family, we come and pass after the election.
Yes.
And we take care of these, they will say big language, we take care of these exigencies. And then we come back to the friendship thing and other things. Him winning is number one priority. After all the fancy talk is over and tire hit the ground, it comes down to make sure it wins. Now the last thing I want to say, the last thing, before I take the seat. In elections, I take nothing for granted. Because I never run against any of my opponents. When I show up one time on election, somebody and say, why the JP want to put out 2, 3 candidates against, but the one that can come, we're going to beat them same way in the South Africa. Because we don't run against your opponent. We run against the prospect of losing. Meaning you do everything that is in your power and your ability to make sure you win. And that's why I kind of even like the tone here this evening. Not bother describing of your other opponent. Like, you are here to promote him, and him. Others will promote themselves. Because remember, we're one family. We're one family. So I don't want nothing unkind said about a fellow comrades. Nothing unkind. You have a number and whole heap of kind things to say about your candidate. Say those. Now the little part, what we have to say to you, straight, raw politics. We talked to a couple comrades in the constituency. From Kenneth called me and told me that he's going to offer himself in light of a vacancy being created by Comrade Lisa's decision not to offer herself again. I begin to talk to some comrades in the constituency. And the one thing we hear, the only negative thing we hear, tell me, I'm a frank, you know.
Yeah.
The one negative thing we hear is him brother. Plenty don't like him brother. And because they're not going to support Kenneth. Comrades, the whole of your brother and sister, if we go by, if everybody didn't treat me like my relative, we have been a dead long time. So I am fortunate that people never use nobody's fat to fry me. And I'm going to repeat something I said earlier on. The People's National Party is a party of justice, of fairness. That's who we are. That's what we represent. That's what we fight for, not just for ourselves, but all Jamaicans. Fairness, justice. Why would you want to chastise this fine gentleman because of some mix-up and something you have with a relative of him, whether it's brother, father, cousin, or whatever? That can't be the basis on which you can't give him support. It's illogical, it's unreasonable, it's unjust, and it just creates wickedness. that song a couple minutes too early. When I finish, that is the song I want. So that's what I'm about to end comments. When I heard that remark, it bothered me. It bothered me. Because the argument doesn't come from PNP people. That argument doesn't come from the People's National Party. When your relative go where you don't like, and you're chastising it. If anyone had done that to me, I would say there is no love in their heart. Crucify me for what I do. I am prepared to pay the price for my actions. But I'm not prepared to pay for somebody else. For which I am not responsible. And though you see me look like a nice person and well behaved as I was as a boy growing up, which I am really, don't take it otherwise. If you push me in the corner that way, you will see me. I will fight. I will fight. If you try to punish me for what I do, don't even blame me for what I do. I will hold myself responsible for this, but not what others have done. Comrades, we have a big fish to fry. We need to get rid of the Jamaica Labour Party. We need to rescue Jamaica. South St. Catherine will be delivered to the People's National Party. You have to deliver this comrade to the People's National Party. So comrades, when I leave here tonight, I will leave here. I will leave here settled in my mind that when I sit in Parliament again in a new term, I will have the company of Comrade Dr. Kenneth Russell to walk up Duke Street with me to Garden House to represent you, the noble comrades and people and people of the People's National Party. Comrades, one love, one all.
Wise words, Comrade Jackson, and I am happy that you have touched that little point about family. I too have a problem in trying to explain, and in fact, nothing well like I am with Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I'm a friend here. Not for what people are saying about Ezekiel, I just can't hear other people say something. And if you want, let me tell you now, I have brothers too. Yeah. Now if you know my big brother, when people think of my father, you know. If a man says something and I get you and you run it up, you know. Now people will see me and they say, this is a nice job, and they go look into it. That's what I say about me. But the thing is that, you have to do Kenneth Russell and what he does. That's what things like. So we don't want to be excuse. This is the reason why. We can't get anything with it, you know. You see the people that we come from we yard. We not too want, we do not try, so we are educated, you know. No. It's easier to keep them down. That's true. When I see a person that look out fear, you know. Right? But we decide to be a cut off the nose despite the face. Once we talk, you know, otherwise when I'm going to speak Queen's English, I speak properly, but when you're not PNP, you know, chat the language. Right? So we have to know what we do now. So tomorrow, and as I said, from Comrade Junior, when the world's coming up, don't make nobody think for you. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Work on the thing. Let me tell you, you see me? I might be the only person that has been invited to all of the Aspirant function. Everybody invite me. And I go. I don't go so nobody, you know. I don't go so nobody because I don't want that to win. You have to go vote for the other somebody to win. That's what the thing said, you know. But we have to talk good But the man, when we have support, and then the other people, they promote themselves. So, that's the job you have now. So the people, they will not come this afternoon, tell them what I want. And of course, I'm not telling them something there. When they hear something there, they might not think differently. But the truth is, all right, Doc, current fit. Just remember that sit down and kind of difficult to get down, you know. So this current fit time now to introduce the aspirant, our next member of Parliament. Welcome to you, current fit.
Comrades, I kind of believe that this comrade no need no introduction. Nobody can come to my yard before introduce me. Right? Call me a yard boy. Right? I'm a yard with them. But out of protocol, comrades are all of the People's National Party. Visitors and friends, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Member of Parliament that will walk with me up Duke Street in the new Parliament of Jamaica, representing South East and Comrade Dr. Kenneth Russell, a man of the soil, a man of the spirit.
No one say, good enough the colors though. And then we'll have even more vibes than that, so. Ready? Ready? So is the time come? Time come? No, I don't. Alright, so announcement, there's a vehicle blocking the entrance 1990 something. So that's your license plate. Please assist in clearing. Comrades, friends, family, it's just overwhelming. I really love this. I love so no welcome me home. I love say yard safe. But you know, I'm going to further before me introduce the general because you know say we know we come from, we know the hustle, we know the struggle, we know country. And you imagine growing up in a household with 8 boys, 1 girl, and no father. You know what I'm saying that again? 8 boys, 1 girl, no father. One woman around the yard. One woman around the yard. So, as the DJ say, I want general and the yard. So, I thank you, I thank my mother, I thank all of you. Because as I look around the room, I see Uncle Man over there, so I can go through the room, I see Curl, the neighbor, I see you. And that's what this is about. So I want to clear up one little things. Now them say, somebody said, I don't want nothing out of politics. And they're right. But I want to add something to that. I don't want no material things out of politics. But I want change out of politics. I want to see water running on the pipe out of politics. I want to see the road that comes to our politics. I want to see that. So, let's be clear about a few things. I want to do this because I want to lead the change that this constituency needs. I want to do this because I know in my heart of hearts that we can make the change. We can be more than we currently are. And if you're working together, you may pushing, pulling, may no say possible. So what we want in the politics, why I choose to do this, is because I see a constituency where our young people have hope again. Not just empty hope, but they have opportunities to do things and to make that hope real. I see a constituency where we're able to have community groups, community organizations, strong communities that are pulling together to make a difference. I see a constituency where our children, at the moment we have 30% of children leaving primary and can't read. Unacceptable. I see a constituency where we're working as community and with the schools to change that. Can you see that? Yes. Can you see a constituency where some of the things that don't serve the people well, some of the things that are actually bad for the people are set aside, and the garbage and the baggage that is not of use to us is set aside. That's the constituency I envision. And I want your help. I need your support to make that possible. Yes. Now, I'm Bensonton there. Don't miss my education and stuff.
she make us swing.
So, let's reset this. The People's National Party, the only party in the country that describes itself as a progressive movement. A progressive movement, a progressive party. Meaning, we act in the interests of the masses. What we do is to lift up and build up the masses of the people. We can't remove it. Let somebody get the license plate so that we can move the car. I can't help otherwise. We, as a party, want to lift up the masses of the people. We want to make sure we're acting in the interest. We're doing best for everybody. So, what I mean, that means we have to identify those things that serve the majority, that serve all of us, and help us to be better as a community, as a constituency, and as a people. So, I want to talk about some of those things, because if we don't deal with those things, we're going to be in trouble. So, as I said earlier on, we have a major problem across this constituency, including in our division in Bensonton, with water. And I know you've heard it many times, but we have to solve that. We have to fix that. We have to fix it because it's a social issue. You can't wash the feet them hand, you can't keep the thing clean as you like. Right? And it's an economic thing. You can't make the money when you make. You kill off the chicken them early, you kill off the pigs them early. So when somebody said to me, say, boy, no water no for your killer. No water no for your castle. No water no run a prickle pole. Me know what I mean. Me know say it's not just about you can't do the things where you used to do. Me know say it has far-reaching implications. Right? So we have to solve those issues, because without that, we're not going forward as a constituency. So on my list of priorities, water, 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 water. But water by itself not going to solve this thing, right? It is important and it gets the focus priority. But I also want to see us working together as a community. And I said it earlier on. Strong communities make all the difference. And if you go back to the roots of the People's National Party and what we did with Jamaica Welfare, that's what that was about. Building up communities, making sure that we have organizations in communities that represent us. We can't plan, right? We can't look out for the best interests of the community if we're not working together. So we need to ensure that we're able to get communities to have strong institutions within them that drive that development. Really important that you remember that sometimes, these community organizations get access to resources, they get access to money to do development, they get access to material things that you can't get from a political office, right? So in order to serve us better, we have to invest, make sure that our communities are strong, and all of you have a role to play in that. All of us need to pull together. My office as MP facilitates, get the agencies like SDC to help you to make that possible. That's what I want to see. I want to see strong communities, active communities. I want to see York Castle and York and Bensonton and Pricklepole and Drumley and Alderton in competition. We do arts, we do craft, we do music, we do drama, we do things that build a vibe, right? Things that get life into our communities. We're active again, supporting each other and making our communities much, much stronger than they are. So, that's the second thing. We talk about the water, we talk about the communities. What is that? What did they run? Eh? You know, when we are come up, I call Comrade Jackson, and I say, please notice, because we're driving for money. So I ask him to just check and make sure he realize that we're driving through the same constituency for the entire journey. So him see the roads. Him not see all of them, true. But him see the road coming up here. When it comes to the roads, we have to make sure that we're maintaining roads, that we're fixing them one time and not going back over and over and over. We have to make sure that we're using the best technology available. We have to make sure we use the best material. I know people there who know roads more than me, but we can't go forward. Somebody told me the other day, she said, well, she was telling somebody else, and I was there. She can't carry people again in her car because the road is bad and the weight are going to mash up her car. So, when we talk about roads, again, the social part of it, where you relate to each other. If you can't carry your neighbor, you know your neighbor going to say, hey boy, Brenny passed me in a nice car and he not even pick me up. Me want to carry you, but the risk to the vehicle, me decide not to. I'm not saying you should do that, but as I said, that's what people are doing. It's a problem, and them are trying to preserve them car. So, for me, the roads is only second in line to water. And we now have highways coming to Bensonton, or highways going to 9 Mile, or Prickly Pole, or Lincoln, or any of those places. But can we have road that is safe, road that is functional? And, we say one poker full basket. So the first poker might just be to make sure, say, you marl it so people can drive with peace. The second cocoa might be to put some patching on it. And then the next cocoa might be more paving so that we have smoother surface. That's how we have to build up little by little because the resources not there. So that's my commitment. So with somebody like me, you're getting an MP who is going to be working non-stop. Because these are things I have lived through. These are things that mean a lot to me personally. I mean, no, say when we get those things right, we transform the lives. Your life, the life of your children who have to leave early to go to school, and the lives of everybody in our communities. So, we are at a critical moment in this constituency. I'm talking about them things, but I'm not going to work on any of those things if you don't make the right decision. So, right now we are select. We have 3 people. We are select one of the 3. You need to be looking at this because it's not just about anybody who will win the next election. I'm confident in that. I'm going to support whomever win. No, for me. But if I know me, I'm going to support the next person and we're going to win. Right? Me feel so that's the easy part. The difficult part is who can lead the change that we need? Who is going to make sure that day after day, night in, night out, whether we're in government or not, who is it that is going to be saying, I no business where you want to say, no, brethren. The roads around this need attention. And keep doing it, keep going at it. Right? Advocacy, as Comrade Jackson said. Who is going to do that? I don't think nobody in the field can do it as well as I can. Who is going to do the necessary creativity, have the creativity to get the funds that we need? Who is it that's going to go there and try to find other ways of solving the problem? I don't think nobody in the field can do that as well as me. So, may come to this. I come to this knowing that change is possible. I come to this knowing that if we don't choose well, we will not get that change. So you have to bear that in mind. That it's not just about having the colors on, having a good evening where we support each other. We have to actually go out and do the work. And that means on the day, at the time when you need to vote, you need to get to wherever the location is and actually vote. Because without that, you're not helping. You're not able to help me. I may know you want help, but if you really want help, tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell every delegate you can find, so that the name you should be supporting is what? Who? Now, we can't talk about a vision for this constituency and not talk about corruption. And I've said this before, and I will say it again. In my office, zero tolerance for corruption. And I don't know me. I don't know, say, as somebody said, zero. There's no room for negotiating, no room for trying to explain. Zero. Because when we get $10 and 5 out of the $10 goes somewhere that is not supposed to go, doesn't go to support us as a people, we are worse off for that. We now get the full benefit of it. So we have to have a zero tolerance for something like that. Now, it also means, I also don't know the word there now, nepotism. Where you employ your family and your close relatives in positions in offices. That is a no-no in my office. So you have to imagine an office, imagine an MP office where we are transparent. Everything we do, you can explain to you how we use your money, how we make decisions about what we do with things that we get. And you can be reassured that in that office, no mother, no father, no sister, no brother, no family member, no have no place in there, as long as me the member of parliament. So we're turning a new page. We're trying to refresh and restart. We're trying to say that the change that we need in this constituency has to come from us, has to come from the people, because the power rests with the people. Me, as Fitz said, I'm a vehicle, I'm a voice. I'm helping to facilitate that. And I believe we can do it. I know we can do it. I can't do it on my own, right? But when we are together, when we pull together, we are powerful. We can move mountains. And we can get the roads right, we can get the water right, we can get the corruption right, or get rid of the corruption in that case, right? But we need to be on the same page, pulling together and pushing in the same direction. You know with me? So, now we're going on a checklist, right? If you not look for a member of parliament, well, not afraid of nothing, because a cotton tree we come from, I want to know them say about cotton tree, right? Eh? Yes? Well, for those who don't know, country is the place where you don't want to be seen at night. You don't want to hang on country too much because dumpy and all of that. So a country I come from, I'm not afraid of that. Yes? So if you're looking for an MP who is unafraid to stand up for you, I am your man. If you're looking for an MP who is going to be unyielding, non-stop working for you, I am your man. If you're looking for an MP who is undefeated, an MP who does not lose and does not have a record of losing. Can you hear me? If you don't look for an MP who is a winner, I am your man. So, our party is a party of justice, Comrade Fitz said. Don't forget that. Michael Manley said, change is not just about moving from one thing to the next thing. No. Yeah, change something, but that's not a real change. This change, this opportunity is one that we should use in the name of justice for our constituency. more of the same, him said, is not change. The real change comes from having somebody who is from the constituency. The real change comes from somebody who is bold about what is possible in the constituency. The real change comes from having somebody who is not going to be deterred, not going to be afraid, not going to be losing, and certainly not going to be leaving the people. The real change is having me as your member of parliament. So, me come to this, I'm telling you already, me want something more to this, right? But I come to this as somebody with no baggage, no irons in the fire, with a very simple interest, which is to ensure the interests of the people. So, all of the things that have been said, all the things that happen, when those things are not in your interest, I will not be a part of it. That's where we make change, by making sure we remain focused on the interests of the people and continue to act only on the things that are in their interest. So, I mentioned earlier on, say I'm Bensonton with them, and I hear so right here, so my education started, right? Probably no room somewhere down there, so. The original block. And when I was here, I still remember, I remember the principal come down and pick up the little book. No, it was children's own, and gave it to me to read. I remember it. And I was happy that I could read it. But the thing that has stayed with me over the years is the fact that only a couple of us in that classroom could do that. And it is still the case. I may ask all of you with young children, check them, find out, are they reading? What are they doing at school? Because in that classroom, and in Jamaica, as I said earlier on, almost 40% of children by the finished primary school can't read and write, can't read with understanding. So, those are the kinds of things we have to focus on. Those are the changes which we have to push on. Those are the things that we can fix. Those are the things that we can work together. Because if we don't get it right with our children, we're not going to get it right with our young people. If we don't get it right with our young people, we're not going to get it right as a community, as a constituency, as a country. We have to focus on the people. We have to focus on our children, our young people, and especially our women. So, I'm really pleased, I'm really satisfied with seeing you here today. As I said, familiar faces, people we grew up with, uncle, mother, I couldn't ask for more. Well, actually, I am asking for more. I'm asking for two things. One, that you go back home and spread the message. That you go back and you tell your friends and you talk to all of the delegates. You tell them that, be careful when you say this, but you found a man who can lead change in the constituency. You found a man who wants only your best interests. You found a man whom you want to stand up with and work with to get the change that we need. And then, the second thing I want to do is to turn up and vote when the time comes. If you don't do that, you are of no help. Right? Please, that is priority. The power is with you. It is a privilege, as somebody reminded me this morning. It's a privilege that you should not take for granted. So, I thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's amazing to be in this position where I can serve as your member of parliament. And I look forward to continuing the conversations. I look forward to us working together to make it real and to make the change that we need. I thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't
you would have heard from the man himself. He has put his hat in the ring. He cannot put all of the votes together. You are the ones who will have to do it for him. So that country, as I said before, the people that is on the borderline, who are not sure what they're supposed to do, you tell them what you want. This afternoon, one of the things that I did was to listen to all of the aspirants then and hear what they have to say. So although that was the first man, and was say, one should have said, I still say that he's important, I think I am. It's to go and listen to the other program them, because they invite me, so I listen to them. So it's not only because that Kamanaya, why I am here now, but I decide say, I'm the right man to know, because let us be honest, you know. So at the same time, it's not at a good place, you know. We are running back on wrong and the leather. And we need, I believe nobody. We need to lift up ourselves back to our rightful place. So when the election is called, you don't have to wonder if Southeast Center that the first one we should have marked off. You know. That's something said. So let us put our house in order, do the right thing, and for the people who are linger, tell them what to do so they can put the thing where we want it to go. The next thing that I ask some of you, I talk about far. So this the new dance with the Lego Dimmer dance, so I'm going to show that mental. You see? That's still a new dance when they used to be in the same But as the thing said, man, we have a bit of fun. I have listened to that speech, and you would have posed all the questions and the man answered them. He's a smart man, you know. A real politician. But on my program, and as the master of ceremony that them see me, you know, there's a part for questions and answers. So, if there's any question that you never put to himself an answer that you would want to, then you can do so now. Or forever. So, listen, I want to go outside and just grab like a car and say that you know, so they want to go. Come forward. Conrad?
Good evening, comrades. I'm Clarendon. Of myself. You know, I'm not here to ask a question. I didn't want to know if Dr. Russell was looking at me down there. I didn't want to say something, but I did not want to interrupt him. He was saying that we has to do what we has to do. And what we have to do is to look into ourselves, believe in ourselves, and don't let anyone tell you that you should not or you should do. You must know what you want to do. Because I've been to many meetings, and I've heard people talk to me. PMP talking about PMP, JLP talking about JLP, JLP talking about PMP, PMP talking about JLP. You understand? And I just want to tell you this evening, who can fry the dumpling? Fry the dumpling. Who can use the machete? Use the machete. Who can mix the concrete? Mix the concrete. Because the hand can't walk without the foot. And I've heard people criticizing Dr. Russell. And when things come, show off. Now, and they do not know the many D's and A's and B's he has behind what he has. But that is what we choose to do. So people, I'm asking you, be yourself. Anybody understand what I'm saying? Yes, just be yourself. And when you go there, if you do anything you do what you go out there, if you do, and then make nobody know that you cannot do it. If you floor, you're not clean, you go out there, you clean the floor, because that's out there, you do it. And that is how we will work in unity. You clean the floor, you clean the food, you wash the clothes, you clean the window, you do that, and we work in a yourself, be bold, be brave. You know, I may not say how I would like to run up on that person. Because I love him so much. Yes, I love this man so much. I can feel the vibes. I don't know if you only feel the vibes. But due to my workload and my own planning, I cannot move with him like what I want to move with him. But Dr. Russell, I have you on my prayer list. You are the head of my prayer list. And in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you will win this Southeast Central. So let us believe in ourselves and let us do what we have to do.
Alright, thank you very much, Kenneth. That might not have been any question and answer. I think more of an endorsement. But nothing wrong with endorsing. So, if there's no question and answer, if there's any, or if you want to just do the endorsement and nothing, let me say thanks to Comrade Jackson. He has to leave as we know that he is going all the way to I think so now? Good. I will know there's a Kingston pretty much this fun. So we thank him for being here with us this afternoon, for addressing us, and of course we'll go away with the kind and wise words that he would have put to us this afternoon. We are not yet finished because I don't want people to think so we are restricting all we have to be at the office tomorrow. So any question and answer? Because when that outside I don't want nobody if you're drawing one side and I say that you know something to ask. So we have a question. Come. Oh, if we come right down here, not only go away from but your castle. Come Chantel.
I think I can speak. Oh, so I'm speaking on behalf of the community.
Right.
If and when we can get some water, we have to go out in the water. In our drums, in our tanks, we go out in the water. So what to know if I can get some water?
Alright, I think that proper authority, if it is possible. You think that can work with that?
Good evening, comrades. Again, this question might pose to the MP office instead of that. But as the chairman of the division and vice chair of the constituency, I can step in and answer this. Because I have a balance between that and the MP office. Now, the question about the water, when you are in Chantel, Comrade Chantel, the truth of the matter is, we have trucked some water for the past 2 months. The truck man are getting paid. Hope we getting paid this week. Same thing can't do no more without him getting paid. It kind of sad, but it's just the reality. And I am not going to stand here and tell you look for the water tomorrow and you know where it come from. And get paid through STC, as far as my concern, the chicken is supposed to get in on Wednesday. So up and getting payment, then you can start truck again. Because one of the things is that when you have to go through the channel, it's not just any water truck you can get to use to catch water. It has to pass the minister health standard. Someone you will say we can't find a truck, but you have to understand, say, if you don't reach the minister health standard, you can't come to the MP office. You can't say that one, I want to get it, you can't get it. Point taken? Thank you. What do you, Chairman?
Thank you, Comrade Junior. Anything else? It seems as if you have had a wonderful afternoon. Isn't that so? Very good, very good. So, it is now up to me to see how best I can close on the afternoon proceedings.
Gentle people, Mr. Robbie is having an annual event on the 10th of April. Let's all try to go out and support them.
You know, maybe that's right behind it. Alright, so, comments, I will talk about that and you can try on your side and then ask me. But let me say, it was good for me to be here, although I am here this year almost every week or every other week. So I am on my happy hunting ground. So another Kaluna Manaya too. Yes, so thanks to Comrade. No, that is official business. Alright, so let me say thanks to Comrade Junior for giving me the opportunity to be here because I must stop calling phone and say, and then Jody will treat me. Jody is around, will tell me that I'm supposed to chair the meeting, but it is something that I am glad to do. As I said before, I would be one of the first person that come to when he come to the constituency to offer himself, right? And I continue to be, I cannot really push out certain way, but you know what things say. Alright, let me say thanks to you who are travelers from the various communities to be here this afternoon, eh? I know that some people go probably, I don't want to call out some of the place, you know, the next thing I will miss out when I never say this, I rather not call where we come from, you know? But the places that I would have worked, so all of them places where we see me, thank you for coming out, thank you for supporting that. And let me wish for you all safe travel as we soon make our way back to our various places of abode. At this time, comrades, let me all ask us to stand as we sing the People's National Party's anthem, Jamaica Arrive. Have a good night, comrades.
Ravens, we take it over! I'm sure it's time to cry. I'm the crying soul to love it. I'm this, you wanna what's left. I'm the one who got a fit it. Yes, but you don't think that money is spent. When I'm team, you're so sure what are your friend? My talent is singing to me, singing back is with it. When everybody is so green, I say, what is it? So what's it? Sing your lady there. Sing your one for them, you're rapping on the second one there. You're not coming with me, I'm not my friend, forget me, you're not going to see me, and I'm not there. Let's show you sing your hand there. When you come to you with that, and you show your hand there, I'll be a little like I'm in money with that. I'm not trying to make a city, but we're not trying to. You have to be fully get there.